questions, I now recognize Ms. Hoyle.
Thank you so much. Administrator Bedford, thank you so much for being here. And I want to thank you and Secretary Duffy for continuing to engage with Congress following the tragedy at DCA. We were just at the Wright Memorial Dinner where we honored the first responders and Jennifer Hamady and for their efforts after the U.S. military, U.S. passenger aircraft incursion at DCA. And that was the first day that Secretary Duffy started his job, and I know how much that impacted him. 67 people did not make it home after that collision. Families lost loved ones in an instant in what should have been a routine flight. And it happened in one of the most crowded airspaces in the country, and I'm concerned that we, and I mean Congress, is moving in the wrong direction as we added slots at DCA and then created exemptions overriding Secretary Duffy for military aircraft operating in that same airspace. In airspace like that, the question is whether the entire air traffic control system, people, technology, coordination, can reliably manage the complexity we've built into it. So we've made a serious down payment on modernizing air traffic control with the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, but that won't alone finish the job. So my question is, what are we missing? I know this is a priority for yourself and Secretary Duffy. It's also a priority, bipartisan priority for us. What can we do to further support you in that effort?
Well, thank you so much for that offer of support. The FAA's charge is to maintain the safety of the NAS. You know, that's our mission, and we're going to stay on that mission. And I don't know exactly what, you know, was contemplated in terms of some of the legislation that's sort of moving around here, but I want to assure this committee, especially want to assure the families of 5342, there's no going back. There's no rolling back the safety procedures that we put in place since that horrific evening. So I'll assure the committee that if you can continue to help us advocate for our mission as being the custodians of airspace safety and design, that would be appreciated, but I can tell you our vigilance isn't waning.
Thank you, and can you talk about some of the things that you have done and what you intend to do within that air traffic control system?
Absolutely.
To update it, like long overdue update.
Sure. So in the prior to my onboarding at FAA, so give credit to Secretary Duffy and Acting Administrator Rocheleau and the rest of the team. As you said, it was his first day on the job, and I know it deeply moved him, and he is an excellent partner for me, a great boss to have as we talk about modernizing the air traffic control system. His heart, the President's heart, are clearly in the right space here, as is Congress. So thank you again so much for your continued support and advocacy and the checkbook, very much appreciated. The agency quickly moved to deconflict the airspace. No more mixed traffic in the deep capital region airspace. Doesn't happen anymore. Not gonna happen in the future, let's be clear. Second thing is we terminated all visual separation. We don't allow visual separation any longer. And then, of course, we've completely canceled several helicopter routes. So we've essentially moved the helicopter traffic out of the capital region. It's certainly less convenient for people who might otherwise have wanted to take the shortcut, but if they want to fly, they can fly. They just have to simply move around the traffic. So they can still get there, I want to be clear. And I also want to make sure you understand the military has been good partners for us in these changes. We have a memorandum of agreement with the military. They have respected that. They continue to respect it. I'm not aware of any desire to change that, but again, all of that learning has been embedded in that operating agreement. And then we took that learning and we went across the nation and we looked for places where we saw mixed-use traffic, Las Vegas, we saw some issues in the Northeast, and some of our high traffic corridors, and we've implemented many of these same mitigations. And we've even found some places where we see conflicts, like in Van Nuys and Burbank, that we're working on. So again, there's tremendous safety data out there. We just have to unlock it and be proactive with it.
Thank you very much. And although it might be less convenient for military helicopters to get somewhere and it'll take them a few more minutes, it's a hell of a lot less convenient when people die because we can't get them back. So I want to thank you and Secretary Duffy for your efforts.
Thank you for your support.